The stars flickered indifferently beyond the atmosphere. Cold and distant as Earth's last plea shot across the void, deep within the halls of the United Earth Coalition. The hum of machinery mingled with urgent voices and hurried footsteps. Dr. Lena Torres stood before the massive holographic projector, eyes burning with a mixture of exhaustion and fierce determination. The signal was ready, the last hope ready to broadcast. Commander Jiro Nakashima asked, voice low and steady despite the tension thickening the air. Lena nodded, swallowing her doubt. This message isn't just for the galaxy. It's for anyone who'll listen. We can't fight this war alone. Her fingers trembled as she tapped the final command, and the chamber filled with a three-dimensional image of Earth, rotating slowly amidst the stars. The hologram flickered, then stabilized, projecting a figure, a human woman, her eyes fierce and proud, speaking in a dozen languages simultaneously, subtitled in the universal dialect used by most known alien species. It was the last official warning Earth could send, a plea for peace wrapped in a stark declaration. We are not the helpless primitives you believe us to be. Our world burns today because we sought peace where others sought conquest. Ignore our warning at your peril. Humanity will not kneel. We will rise. Across the galaxy, the signal rippled through space, slicing through diplomatic channels, pirate broadcasts, and ancient relics of interstellar communication. Yet, on distant worlds, responses ranged from amused dismissal to cold indifference. In the great hall of the Xyranthian Council, an alien race renowned for their intellect and arrogance, the message was met with laughter. Primitive theatrics, sneered High Chancellor Krasathel, his 6 eyes narrowing. They threaten a species incapable of even faster-than-light travel. Their technology is barely at the Stone Age compared to us. His council members nodded in agreement, sipping the deep, violet fluids of their homeworld. None cared that the message carried the raw emotion of a species cornered and desperate. Meanwhile, in the shadows of the nebula expanse, the Varaxian marauders intercepted the broadcast, their leader Gorthak snarling in frustration. So, the Earthlings want to play war. Let them burn. No one fears a planet crawling with insects. Back on Earth, beneath the ruined skylines and smoldering cities, human lives were anything but insect-like. In the subterranean bunkers, children learned to wield makeshift weapons. Scientists worked feverishly to salvage shattered satellites and reprogram captured alien drones. Commander Nakashima surveyed the map room, illuminated by flickering displays showing the approach of hostile fleets. The galaxy has turned its back on us, he said, voice grim. But they don't know what they've unleashed. Lena's hands tightened around the edge of the table. Our signal was the last chance to avoid this. Now, all that's left is survival. A sudden alarm shattered the tense silence. Outside, the first wave of alien warships emerged from the blackness, casting long shadows across the surface like the wings of death itself. Across the planet, sirens screamed and the sky lit up with fire as the bombardment began. Cities, once vibrant with life, turned to rubble in minutes. But amid the chaos, humanity's fiercest fighters emerged not as victims, but as hunters. Lieutenant Amir Zahid led a squad through the shattered streets of New Cairo, dodging plasma blasts and collapsing buildings. His voice crackled over. The Cums, we're not outnumbered, we're outsmarting them. Hit their supply lines, hit their eyes and ears. His team hacked into an alien communication tower, flooding the network with false data and confusion. One by one, small human squads turned alien tech against its masters, striking with brutal efficiency. But the real shock came when Amir commandeered a captured fighter ship once used to reign destruction upon Earth and piloted it deep into the enemy fleet. His maneuvers were reckless, unpredictable, human. The alien war commanders scrambled to adjust to a foe that did not behave like a machine. Back in the Coalition Command Center, Lena watched the battle unfold through real-time feeds. Hope fled briefly before she mastered beneath a professional. "Calm. This war won't be won with weapons alone," she murmured. "It will be won by the spirit that refuses to die." Outside, Earth burned, but the beacon had been sent. The galaxy had seen the warning and scoffed. They would soon learn what it meant to awaken a sleeping giant. The alien warships blotted out the sun, turning midday into an eerie twilight. Their sleek, black hulls drifted in formation above the shattered cities, like colossal predators waiting to finish the kill. From the battered command center beneath the ruins of what was once New York, Commander Jiro Nakashima watched the battlefield unfold on his holographic display. Each blip represented a human unit or an alien strike force. The numbers were grim. Earth's defenders were vastly outnumbered, but the humans still fought. "Sir," reported Captain Mei Lang, her voice tight with urgency, "the second wave is approaching faster than expected. They've deployed orbital bombardment platforms. We're losing ground." Jiro clenched his jaw. "Prepare the underground defense network. Evacuate all non-combatants. We hold the core at all costs." Outside, the sky roared as massive plasma bolts rained down, incinerating entire city blocks. In seconds, glass shattered, steel twisted, and buildings crumbled like Sandicilas. Yet, amid the apocalypse, human resolve sparked brighter than ever. In the ruins of what had been Tokyo, Lieutenant Amir Zahid led his squad through a maze of rubble and twisted metal. His stolen alien fighter sat hidden in a cavern beneath a collapsed subway station, waiting to strike again. "Remember what I told you," Amir said, his eyes flashing with fierce determination. "We're not just fighting for survival. We're fighting to show them that humanity is not a weak, broken species. We are chaos, unpredictable, relentless." The squad moved quickly, evading patrols with a mix of stealth and ingenuity. Their weapons were a hybrid of scavenged alien tech and Earth-made modifications, revised, but deadly. Amir's fingers danced over the console of the fighter as it hummed to life. The alien controls resisted his touch, designed for a species with 8 limbs. But years of relentless training and sheer human adaptability paid off. He launched from the cavern, soaring into the skies like a comet of defiance dot above the alien fleet had expected Earth's resistance to crumble. Quickly, primitive weapons, fragile minds. They underestimated the human capacity for innovation. Amir weaved through the alien ships, dodging plasma fire with near-superhuman reflexes. The fighter's alien systems responded sluggishly, but he compensated with raw instinct. With a deafening roar, he unleashed a salvo of missiles aimed at the enemy command ship. Explosions blossomed like deadly flowers. The enemy faltered, alarms blaring across their network. Back on the ground, May's tactical teams seized the opportunity. Coordinated strikes dismantled enemy drones and disrupted power grids. Communications were jammed, forcing the aliens to operate blindly in hostile territory. But the battle was far from over. In a subterranean bunker on the outskirts of Moscow, Dr. Lena Torres examined a series of encrypted transmissions intercepted from alien command channels. Among the harsh alien language and technical jargon, she found a chilling detail. "They're not just here to conquer," she said quietly. "They want to rewrite us. Alter our biology, erase our culture, make us their slaves." The room fell. Silent. Captain Lang's voice broke through the tension. "We have to act, now." In response, Lena revealed a secret project long buried beneath classified files. Project Prometheus. It was Earth's last hope. Experimental technology designed to augment human abilities. Blending cybernetic implants with nanotech. A small elite team volunteered instantly, knowing that survival meant transcending human limits. Among them was Amir, his spirit refusing to yield. Meanwhile, in the alien warship orbiting Earth, High Commander Krasfel watched the chaos below with growing frustration. "How can such a primitive species cause us so much trouble?" he growled, his 6 eyes burning with rage. "Because they are unpredictable," his lieutenant whispered. "They fight with desperation. They have nothing to lose." Krasatel's claws tightened around his control rod. "Then we will give them something to lose." He issued orders for the deployment of a devastating weaponer planetary disruptor capable of tearing the planet apart, forcing Earth's defenders into a desperate race against time. But humanity was not idle. Amir, now enhanced by Project Prometheus, Tech led a daring assault on one of the disruptor's relay stations hidden in the Andes Mountains. His squad infiltrated the fortress-like complex, fighting through waves of alien guards. The battle was brutal, filled with close quarters, combat, and tactical brilliance. When the relay station exploded, it sent shockwaves through the alien network. By an Earth precious hours above, the disruptor's energy buildup faltered, giving humanity a fighting chance. Back in the command center, Commander Nakashima allowed himself a brief nod of approval. "This is only the beginning," he said. "They came to crush us. Instead, they've awakened something they never expected. Humanity fights back." As fires raged and the skies burned across the galaxy, the message echoed anew. Earth's warning was real, and now humanity was striking harder than ever before. The fires still smoldered over Earth's battered cities, but the flame of resistance burned brighter than ever. In the subterranean depths beneath the ruins of Paris, Dr. Lena Torres pored over stacks of alien schematics and data fragments scavenged from battlefields. Her small team of scientists and engineers worked tirelessly, fueled by sleepless nights and sheer determination. "This alien tech isn't just advanced, it's adaptable," Lena muttered. "If we can reverse engineer their energy systems, we can turn their weapons against them." Around her, technicians soldered makeshift circuitry, blending human ingenuity with the alien materials. The hum of machines mixed with whispered hope. Outside, the surface was a different war altogether. Lieutenant Amir Zahid, now enhanced by Project Prometheus, led a squad deep into the scorched remains of Chicago, his eyes flickering faintly. With cybernetic implant scanned the horizon as his team moved swiftly and silently through the debris. Intel shows a supply convoy moving through the North Corridor. Amir said quietly, "If we cut it off, their front lines collapse." The squad struck with precision, ambushing the convoy in a canyon of crumbled skyscrapers. Plasma bolts illuminated the night as humans darted between shattered columns and overturned vehicles. The aliens fought fiercely, but they hadn't anticipated guerrilla fighters who used the ruined cityscape. Like a weapon, Amir's squad captured a data core from the convoy's lead shipper, treasure trove of enemy information. Back at the Coalition Command, Lena decrypted the data with rapid fingers. The information exposed a critical flaw: the alien shields. powerful yet unstable when overloaded by specific frequencies. "That's it," she whispered. "We can exploit this." Commander Jiro Nakashima paced the war room floor. His face was etched with fatigue, but his eyes gleamed with resolve. Humanity's greatest strength, he told his officers, is our refusal to accept defeat. We will fight smarter, not just harder. Use every weakness, every advantage we can find. Meanwhile, whispers of human tenacity spread through the alien ranks like wildfire. Gorthak, the Varaxian marauder leader, watched a live feed of the Chicago ambush. "These humans," he growled, "they are a pestilence that won't die. Kill them all." But even as alien forces tightened their grip, cracks appeared in their ranks. Some soldiers began to question the ruthlessness of their commanders, especially as they suffered greater casualties. Back on Earth, beneath the harsh fluorescent lights of a secret research bunker, a breakthrough unfolded. Lena's team had succeeded in modifying alien drones to respond to human commands. They watched with satisfaction as a repurposed drone lifted silently from the hangar, its alien weapons now under human control. "It's a turning point," Lena said, voice steady. "We're no longer just defending, we're pushing back." In the field, Amir felt the weight of that shift. His squad moved through the urban ruins with new purpose, each victory a testament to humanity's adaptability. Yet, the cost was steep. During a skirmish near the ruins of Berlin, Amir's closest comrade, Sergeant Annika Rojas, was critically wounded. Her pain was raw, her defiance unbroken as she whispered, "We fight because we must, because we will." Amir gripped her hand. "You're not alone. None of us are." The emotional bond forged in fire gave the human fighters something the aliens lacked: unyielding unity, far from the battlefield. The alien High Chancellor Krasathal grew increasingly desperate. "How do these insects resist?" he demanded in his cold, harsh tongue. "We have crushed worlds with less effort." His advisors offered only uneasy answers. Their spirit, it is unlike any we have encountered. The alien commanders convened a council to reconsider their strategy, but for the first time, doubt seeped into their cold calculations. On Earth, news of human victories kindled hope among civilians huddled in shelters and tunnels. Radio broadcasts, hacked from alien frequencies, carried messages of resilience and defiance. Children, their faces smudged with dirt, listened wide-eyed as a voice declared, "We are the storm they didn't see coming." In the heart of the resistance, Lena, Amir, and Nakashima gathered for a rare moment of quiet. "We've ignited a fire they can't extinguish," Lena said softly. "But this is only the beginning. They'll come harder." Amir nodded. "Then we'll fight harder, because humanity doesn't break." Outside, the night sky glowed with the distant flashes of ongoing battles. Earth was battered, but unbroken, a planet refusing to be silenced. And somewhere, watching from the stars, an alien observer recorded everything, his curiosity growing. Humanity had sent its warning. Now they were proving it was a promise. Asterisk beneath the planet's scarred surface. The ground trembled as seismic sensors detected unusual activity deep within the Earth's crust. It was a place long forgotten, buried beneath layers of ancient rock, untouched by war and time. In a hidden command bunker beneath the Andes Mountains, Dr. Lena Torres stood alongside geologists and engineers, staring at the glowing readouts. On their holoscreens, "There's a massive energy source down there," Lena said, voice low with awe. "Far beyond anything we've seen in modern tech." Commander Jiro Nakashima stepped forward, his usual stoicism giving way to cautious curiosity. Could this be a weapon? Lena nodded slowly. Or an arsenal. For centuries, Earth's civilizations had whispered legends of hidden machines, relics from a time when humanity was closer to the stars than anyone dared imagine. But no one truly believed those stories until now. A specially assembled team prepared to descend into the depths, scientists, soldiers, and engineers equipped with the latest in protective gear and remote tech. Among them was Lieutenant Amir, Zahid, battle-scarred but ever determined, as the elevator plunged into the planet's molten heart. Tension thickened the air. This mission could turn the tide of the war or be their doom. They emerged into an immense cavern bathed in a soft, pulsating blue light. Before them lay a labyrinth of colossal machines covered in ancient glyphs and alien-like designs. These were no ordinary weapons, they were relics of a forgotten era, crafted with technologies that defied modern understanding. Lena's voice trembled. These are Earth's hidden sentinels, built to protect humanity in its darkest hours. Their first approach triggered a low hum that echoed through the cavern. Panels lit up, revealing energy cores that began to pulse rhythmically like a heartbeat. Suddenly, the walls shifted. Massive platforms rose from the floor, revealing rows of dormant vehicles, weapons, and devices unlike anything the humans had seen. Amir's eyes widened. These are war machines, but centuries old. Dr. Torres frowned. Maybe old, but with power that rivals the alien fleet. As they explored, Lena discovered a control console, its interface glowing with symbols eerily similar to those on the alien ships. She realized Earth's ancient engineers might have once shared knowledge with cosmic visitors, or stolen it. Look at this, she whispered, bringing up a hologram of a massive energy cannon designed to harness geothermal forces. This could cripple their ships in orbit. But activating the arsenal was not simple. It required precise coordination and a key relic lost to time. The team split into squads, searching for the missing components while defending their position against tremors and environmental hazards outside. The surface battles raged, oblivious to the monumental discovery underground. One squad found an ancient chamber sealed by energy shields. Inside lay the Kia crystalline device humming with power as they retrieved it. A shockwave rocked the cavern, triggering defensive systems that sent robotic sentinels into motion. The team scrambled to defend themselves against metal guardians that moved with uncanny speed and strength. Amir took point, using his enhanced reflexes to dodge strikes and disable the machines. "We didn't come this far to be stopped by old robots," he said grimly, firing precise bursts that tore through. Armor plating back at the console, Lena inserted the crystalline key. The cavern flooded with light as systems roared to life, sending an energy pulse across Earth's surface and beyond. In orbit, alien ships felt the sudden jolt. Shields flickered, weapons faltered, and their communications glittered. "High Commander," Krazathel hissed in fury. "What is this sorcery?" Their planet fights back. For the first time, humanity held a weapon to challenge the alien war machine on equal footing. On the surface, humans rallied around news of the hidden arsenal's activation. The tide of battle shifted from desperate defense to audacious offense. Commander Nakashima ordered a fleet of modified transports and fighters to escort the team back to the surface. They emerged victorious, carrying not only relics but hope itself. As the sun set over the battered horizon, Lena looked at the glowing machines, a fierce smile crossing her face. "We thought we were alone," she said softly, "but Earth has secrets, and now we have power they never expected." Amir joined her, his eyes reflecting the fiery sky. "Let them come. We're ready." Deep in the stars, unseen eyes watched the planets awakening. The galaxy's underestimation of humanity was about to become its greatest mistake. The sky over Earth was no longer just a battlefield. It was a proving ground, with the hidden arsenal now activated and humanity's fighters emboldened. The tide of war began to shift. Commander Jiro Nakashima stood before a massive holographic map in the Coalition Command Center, surrounded by officers and strategists. "We're no longer defending," he announced. "We're taking the fight to them." The plan was bold, an unprecedented coordinated strike on multiple fronts targeting alien supply lines, communication hubs, and their staging bases scattered across the shattered continents. Lieutenant Amir Zahid prepared his squad for their part a deep infiltration mission aimed at disabling an alien relay nestled inside the Siberian tundra, a remote fortress protected by harsh climate and deadly patrols. Intel says the relay controls orbital drone swarms that have been pounding our cities. Amir briefed his team. "Take it down, and we blind their eyes in the sky." The mission was perilous. Temperatures plunged well below freezing, and the alien sentries were relentless. But humanity's guerrilla tactics, combined with the newly acquired alien tech, gave them an edge as they approached the relay station, hidden within a cavern of ice and rock. Amir's squad moved with deadly precision, each step calculated. Every breath measured inside, the station hummed with alien energy. The team hacked security panels, planting explosives and jamming signals. But as they prepared to exfiltrate, an alarm blared an ambush. Alien forces swarmed through the corridors, like shadows, overwhelming some squad members. Amir fought fiercely, rallying the survivors to hold the line. Suddenly, over the a voice shattered the chaos. "Amir, abort mission. We've got a traitor." The room froze. Captain Meilang's voice was grim. "Someone within Earth's coalition leaked our plans. The aliens knew exactly where and when we'd strike." Amir's heart pounded. Betrayal from within was the worst enemy of all. Fighting through the waves of attackers, Amir's squad barely escaped, the relay station exploding behind them in a blinding fireball. Back at command, Commander Nakashima faced the grim reality. The traitor's identity remained unknown, but their sabotage threatened to unravel everything. "Trust is our strongest weapon," Nakashima said quietly. "We cannot afford to lose it now." Amidst the turmoil, Dr. Lena Torres worked feverishly to repair the damage caused by the betrayal. Using fragments of the compromised data, she developed a countermeasure to secure their communications. Meanwhile, the human counteroffensive yielded other victories in the deserts of the Sahara. A squad led by Sergeant Annika Rojas ambushed alien convoys carrying vital supplies. Using guerrilla tactics and repurposed alien vehicles, they crippled the enemy's logistics network. Each victory boosted morale, but came with a price. Casualties mounted, cities lay in ruins, and civilians bore the brunt of war. Yet hope flickered. Brighter than ever, at night, resistance fighters gathered in hidden enclaves, sharing stories of heroism and survival. They celebrated every small win, knowing each was a step toward reclaiming their world. But the traitor's shadow loomed large in the coalition's intelligence division. Analysts traced suspicious activity in a network of encrypted transmissions, leading to a high-ranking officer with access to mission details. When confronted, the officer vanished, disappearing into the chaos with stolen data and alien technology. Commander Nakashima clenched his fists. They've crossed a line. This war is no longer just between species. It's among ourselves. Lieutenant Amir Zahid, weary but unbroken, vowed to hunt the traitor. "I will find whoever betrayed us," he said, voice resolute, "and make sure they pay." Meanwhile, in distant star systems, the alien High Chancellor, Krazathel, seethed. "They have strength beyond their technology," he snarled. "But weakness festers within. We will exploit it." The war was no longer just about Earth. It was a battle for the soul of humanity, and the galaxy watched, waiting to see who would rise. As explosions lit the Siberian sky, the story of Earth's strike back unfolded, a fierce declaration that humanity would not be broken. Asterisk. The Coalition Command Center was a hive of whispers and suspicion. Security protocols tightened, and every glance carried the weight of distrust. Commander Jiro Nakashima stood alone in the observation deck, staring out at the scorched horizon. Earth's battered surface stretched beneath a sky still streaked with the scars of war. Yet, inside, a deeper battle raged, a fight against an invisible enemy within their own ranks. Lieutenant Amir Zahid paced the war room, replaying intercepted transmissions over and over. The traitor had been methodical, leaking mission details, sabotaging supply routes, and tipping alien forces to Earth's moves. The damage was staggering. "We can't afford another breach," Amir said grimly. "We need to find them before they destroy everything." Dr. Lena Torres joined him, her face pale but resolute. "I've isolated the encryption patterns. Whoever did this is sophisticated, military-level clearance, deep knowledge of our tech, and motives beyond simple treason." Nakashima nodded. "Someone who believes humanity's defeat is inevitable." Across the coalition, tension mounted. Officers whispered in corners. Friends eyed one another with suspicion. Trust fractured. Meanwhile, deep in the undercity tunnels beneath what remained of Berlin, a shadowy figure watched screens flicker with data from every front. The traitor moved with practiced ease, feeding intel to the alien command. But even the traitor wasn't invincible. Amir's team had set a trap, feeding false data laced with traceable codes into their communications. They waited, silent and patient, when the trap sprung. The trace led to a high-ranking officer, Major Ilara Voss, a decorated veteran and trusted strategist. The revelation stunned the coalition. "Impossible," Mei Lang whispered. "Ilara, she's one of us." Confronted, Voss denied everything, her eyes cold and unyielding. "I do what's necessary," she said, voice hard. "Humanity's survival means choosing the future, not clinging to a lost past." She escaped custody in a daring raid, aided by unknown allies, disappearing into the war-torn cities. Amir's hunt became personal. He scoured ruins and black markets, tracing Voss's steps through the fragmented underground resistance. Each clue deepened the mystery. Her motives tangled with despair, loyalty, and something darker. Back in alien space, High Chancellor Krazathel smiled. "Divide them, weaken them. Their greatest enemy is within." But even the aliens underestimated humanity's capacity to heal in hidden bunkers. Civilians and fighters alike rallied, sharing stories of courage and sacrifice. New alliances formed across fractured factions. The war was reshaping them, not breaking them. Dr. Lena Torres worked tirelessly to fortify communication networks. integrating fail-safes that made future leaks impossible. The team also developed an algorithm to detect anomalous behaviors, an early warning system to prevent another betrayal. One evening, Amir returned to the command center with a hard-won LiDAR secret rendezvous point where Voss might be hiding. Nakashima, Lena, and Amir planned a covert operation to capture her alive. If they could understand her reasons, perhaps they could salvage more than just a traitor. The mission was perilous. The rendezvous was in the ruins of an ancient city, crawling with alien patrols and human mercenaries. Amir's squad infiltrated the zone under cover of darkness. The ruins whispered secrets of old wars and broken dreams. Suddenly, a firefight erupted. Voss was not alone. She commanded a force of disgruntled soldiers and alien sympathizers, human collaborators who believed Earth's fate was sealed. Amir fought through the chaos, heart pounding. When he finally faced Voss, their eyes locked to warriors divided by ideology, yet shaped by the same war. Why? Amir demanded, breathless. Voss's expression was grim. Because sometimes, to save a species, you must sacrifice its soul. Before Amir could react, she vanished into the shadows, leaving behind a detonator in her hand. Explosions tore through the ruins, collapsing ancient stone and sending shockwaves through the battlefield. Amir's squad barely escaped their mission. A failure, but the war's stakes had never been clearer. Back at command, Nakashima stared at the smoke rising on his monitors. "This isn't just a war against aliens," he said quietly. "It's a war for humanity's very identity." The traitor had shown them the deepest fracture, one that could either destroy them or, if healed, forge a stronger future. Outside, Earth's fires burned on, a constant reminder that even in betrayal's darkest shadows, the human spirit fought on. The world was a fractured mosaic of ruins and resistance. But beneath the surface, something powerful was stirring, a call for unity that transcended fear and suspicion. Commander Jiro Nakashima convened a coalition summit in the underground capital beneath the Rockies, a rare gathering of human leaders, scientists, and military commanders from every corner of the globe. The war demanded a new kind of leadership, one forged in shared sacrifice and common purpose. "We cannot win divided," Nakashima told the assembly, his voice steady yet impassioned. "Our strength lies not in our weapons alone, but in our unity." Lieutenant Amir Zahid, battle-worn but unyielding, stood among the delegates. His encounters with betrayal and loss had hardened him, but also deepened his faith in humanity's resilience. Dr. Lena Torres presented breakthroughs in reverse engineering alien technology. "We now possess the means to turn their fleet into our battleground, but we must synchronize our efforts. Every city, every soldier, every civilian matters." The summit's energy was electrica, fragile hope crackling amid the ruins. Outside, across Earth's scarred continents, pockets of resistance began to coordinate like never before. Long isolated factions exchanged intelligence, shared resources, and launched synchronized strikes in the desolate plains of the Australian outback. A coalition of scientists and former soldiers unveiled the first fully operational Earth-built starfighter, blending human ingenuity with recovered alien tech. Amir's squad led a daring assault on a major alien supply depot near the Amazon basin, coordinated with other human forces. The attack crippled alien logistics and liberated thousands of prisoners, each. Victory inspired more to join the fight, ordinary people rising as warriors, engineers, medics, and leaders. Yet the war was not without sacrifice. In the ruins of Mumbai, a brutal battle cost many lives. Sergeant Annika Rojas fought alongside. Her squad, her voice rising over the cacophony. We fight for those who cannot. Her courage rallied survivors, turning the tide against a surprise alien counterattack. Back in the command center, Commander Nakashima watched reports pour in, cities reclaimed, lives saved, hope rekindled. But one message chilled him, a cryptic transmission intercepted from the alien High Chancellor, hinting at a final, devastating weapon poised to end the war. The Coalition knew time was running out. Amir and Lena, prepared for a mission unlike any before, to infiltrate an alien stronghold hidden in the Arctic ice, rumored to house the core of this doomsday device. The journey was perilous, across frozen wastelands and alien patrols. Every step was a test of endurance and will. Inside the fortress, the team discovered the weapon, a massive energy core, designed to trigger a chain reaction that could shatter Earth's crust. Lena's hands trembled as she analyzed the controls. If this fires, it's the end of everything. Amir readied his squad. Then we stop it, no matter what. A fierce battle erupted within the icy fortress, metal clashing against plasma, human grit against alien precision. Through the chaos, Lena worked feverishly to disable the weapon, deciphering alien codes under fire. Amir and his team held the line, fending off relentless waves. In a desperate final act, Lena triggered the self-destruct sequence. Knowing it meant they might not escape, the fortress erupted in a blinding explosion, sending shockwaves through the ice and sky. The team barely escaped, racing against collapsing tunnels and spreading fire as they emerged into the dawn light. Battered but alive, a new truth settled over them. Earth's fate was no longer sealed by destruction. It was forged by the courage to unite, to fight together, and to believe in a future beyond the ashes. Back in the Coalition command, Nakashima addressed the world through every channel. Humanity has faced extinction, betrayal, and despair. But we are still here, stronger, united, and we will reclaim our world. Across Earth, a chorus of voices rose in unison: defiance, hope, and an unbreakable human spirit. The war was far from over, but for the first time, humanity stood not as scattered survivors, but as one. The skies above Earth burned with the fires of war, but beneath that inferno, humanity's resolve had never been stronger. Commander Jiro Nakashima stood at the helm of the Coalition's flagship, a massive warship retrofitted with Earth's newfound technology, bristling with weaponry crafted from the alien designs discovered deep within the planet's hidden arsenal. "This is it," Nakashima said, his voice calm but fierce. "The moment we've been fighting for. Tonight, we take the fight directly to their homeworld." For years, humanity had been on the defensive, battered and beaten. But now, armed with unity and the power of their ancestors' secrets, they launched the first ever human-led assault on the alien command nexus in orbit around their home system. Lieutenant Amir Zahid, hardened by loss and tempered by victory, led a squadron of fighters through the chaotic war zone outside the alien planet. The enemy's orbital defenses were formidable fields of plasma turrets, automated drone swarms, and interceptors that moved with deadly speed. "Stay sharp," Amir warned overcomes. "Their desperation makes them dangerous." The battle was a cacophony of light and sound. Laser blasts tore through the void. Explosions blossomed in the blackness like stars dying. Amir's squadron weaved through the onslaught, their newly engineered starships pushing human engineering to the limits. Each fighter was a testament to the grit and innovation of a species refusing to be extinguished. Meanwhile, aboard the Coalition flagship, Dr. Lena Torres coordinated the strike team's efforts to disable the alien command's shield matrix. Using the ancient Earth technology they had reactivated, her team hacked into the system's core, fighting back against adaptive countermeasures. "This is our chance," Lena said, eyes glued to the readouts. "Once the shields drop, the fleet can strike." Back on the surface of the alien world, human ground forces stormed forward, engaging in brutal combat with the alien defenders. Every inch gained was paid for in blood and determination. Among the ground troops was Sergeant Annika Rojas, her voice a battle cry as she rallied her squad through the chaos. "We fight for Earth, for humanity." The alien High Chancellor Krazathel watched from his throne, fury and disbelief etched on his face. How he hissed. They should have fallen, but it was too late. With a deafening roar, the alien shield matrix failed. The Coalition fleet surged forward, unleashing a torrent of firepower that shattered the command nexus's defenses. Amir's squadron targeted the central command tower, dodging debris and counterattacks. His ship's systems glowed red, shields failing, but his resolve never wavered. "Push through," he commanded, "for Earth." With a final, desperate burst, Amir's fighter launched a missile that pierced the command tower's core. The resulting explosion sent shockwaves through the alien capital communication networks, collapsed. Their command structure crumbled. The High Chancellor fell. His reign ended. As silence fell over the battlefield, a new dawn resurfaced. Dawn back aboard the Coalition flagship, Nakashima addressed the fleet and the world. "This war has tested us beyond measure. We faced annihilation, betrayal, and despair, but we endured. We fought not just for survival, but for the future of humanity." Across Earth and its colonies, screens lit up with the news victory was theirs. People emerged from shelters, tears streaming, hands clasped in hope. Children who had never known peace looked to the sky, dreaming of a world free from war. Lena, Amir, and Nakashima stood together on the bridge, watching the sunrise paint the horizon in gold and crimson. "We warned them," Amir said softly. "Yes," Lena replied, "and now it's our turn to build." "To heal," Nakashima smiled, a rare warmth breaking through his battle-hardened exterior. "The final dawn isn't just about victory, it's about rebirth." And so, humanity stepped into the light knot as victims of an invasion, but as champions of their destiny. Earth's warning had been ignored, but in the end, humanity struck harder than anyone could have imagined and won.